No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Italian Tier 8 medium tank, the Ariete Progetto 46. Now this is a tank that is pretty damn good. I really enjoy it. I always have. I enjoyed it since they first released it, when they released the Ariete. Now I absolutely loved it. It was great because I really do love this auto reloader mechanic. It's obviously a shame what they did to the reloads of all the others. The Tier 8 Premium didn't get hit that badly. Now it doesn't have as good a DPM as most other tanks, but at the same time it's still not that bad. And it's a really enjoyable tank because the gun was always accurate, it was mobile, it had decent camo, good view range for a Tier 8, it was just a fun tank to play all round. And it's one that I definitely loved. Like I say, the Ariete was a beast, and this is no different, because obviously it's just the unskinned version. And now 6.0 has come along, the slight issue of the reload on this tank isn't a problem anymore, because obviously you can get 10% better DPM with it. You can also make the incredibly good gun handling even better, which just adds to having an absolutely fantastic tank. So, this is the first game we've got on it, and we're in Arctic region, and we've come to this little position here, which is one that you do like to come to. I think I came to it in one of the Deathstalker replays from yesterday's video. And you can just use it to good effect. You can stay unspotted. You can basically hurt the enemy team from just here without really taking much damage. Unless there's... I mean, this position can be counted. Obviously, there's artillery, which counters everything. There's the position at G1, which... if they've got TDs in that position, they can also shoot you. And obviously they can put around the corner at EF2 as well, which can give them shots at you. But they've got to push that corner to really focus on you to be able to damage you. So right now I'm just sort of bouncing up and down in this position to try and see if I can find shots at the tanks as they're sort of floating about and pushing back. And there's a Tiger P there, which I can just get some shots at. So I'm deciding, you know what, I can kill him. So I'm going to dump the whole clip. Because obviously there is the one thing with auto reloaders, is that you can either play like an autoloader and basically dump your whole clip into people, get your 720 clip into them, and then have a horrendous reload. Or you can play it like a single shot and just fire once, reload, fire once, reload. But here's one thing that's good. You see, I just get that second shell in, and that means I can fire my two shells. Because obviously, if I was in an auto-loader, I wouldn't be able to do that. The Ariete is very good at double tapping. You can actually use it quite effectively. Just fire one, two, and then just wait to reload the two shells. Because the difference between its final shell and its second shell is like 2 seconds, whereas there's only one between the first and second. So it's actually more efficient sometimes in this tank to do a tap, tap, reload, tap, tap. So if you can double burst like that, it's quite good. It's good, but it's the flexibility that you do get from these auto reloaders that's great, and that is what I love. Because I mean, I love flexible tanks. I love tanks that can be able to do just about everything. You know, they can put the damage out. They can get about and get to the aggressive positions they need to be. They can occasionally bounce something. Well, obviously this tank can't, because it's got just about as good as armor as CDC. Well, it's got better armor than CDC, because nothing can have as bad as armor as CDC, let's be honest. But yeah, you can do just about anything you want. So right now I'm in kind of an awkward position in that we are sort of sandwiched here. We've got the heavy tanks up there, we've got a defender on our right, the enemy base over there. So I was saying at this point, we need to get out of this position. This is not a good position to be in at all, because we're going to get shot from multiple different angles. So we just need to get out. So I'm moving over here now to try and get rid of this TD over there. The defender moves up, which was unexpected, to be honest. I didn't expect him to do that. We're trying to get a shot at him, but unfortunately I couldn't quite get it. I didn't expect the defender to just YOLO down that line, if I'm totally honest, because he had a great position to get good shots at all of us there, but he just didn't take it. So I'm trying to look for a shot of this TD, the WZ121 GFT, but he's just staying below there. So me and Sins are going to go after this Stone Cold that is sitting over here. And it's like, you know what? Look how much health I've got. I've got a lot of health. I don't care. If this guy puts 1 into me, if he puts 2 into me, I just don't care. Because I've got the health to take it, right? So I finish him off, get him out of the game, and now I'm going to move ahead and try and get over to the ledge over there. Luckily, somehow I bounce something. Yeah, I don't know how. And I decide, you know what? We've got to get to this ledge. Because look where their team is. This is the perfect chance to get shots into them as they're in the middle of the park. So we put 1 to the Tiger 2, double tap, get rid of him. Tiger 2, Tiger 1 even. And we are now waiting for the 2 shots to reload. Because I don't want to fire too early. So you see, the temptation is there, and I see it all too often from people. They don't wait for that final shell to go in. Now, obviously, I didn't pen it, but since I tracked it with that first shot, I actually get 2 pens straight into his lower plate. If I hadn't waited there, I probably would have tracked him and only got 1 shot of damage. So, yeah, the lesson is, if you can wait, if you judge you can wait for that shell to go in, wait. So right there, he started to charge my medium tanks down there, and it's like, right, okay, I'm not having that. So I pop a shot at him to try and pen him, but I actually track him, which is good. I try and re-track him, but don't do any damage. But he's dealt with, so it's like, okay. It's time. There's only 1 tank left. We take a guess as to where he is, and he is actually a defender that is just sat in the sniper hill. In our base, actually, because that's where we came from, isn't it? Yeah, he's just sat in our sniper hill for the laughs and giggles. So, we're reloading the full clip. We're going to go after him, and we're hopefully going to get a few shots into him, because we've had a good game so far. We've had 3.4k damage, 1600 assist, and it's a good run around for the Progetto 46. And it sort of shows the strengths of the tank. So as we come round, he's taken a hit, which means we can finish him off with a double tap. So with that guy gone, we won the game. Nice victory for the Progetto 46. 5 kills, 3.7k damage. Me and Sins came in the top 2. Ace tanker. And that was pretty much in the middle because we just missed out on a top gun. But, you know, that's the quick math, 5.6k combined. So that's, let's say, a nice game, 1800 base. And on to the second game now on Fisherman's Bay in the Progetto. And yeah, this is a map you want. This is a good map for a tank like the Progetto because it's got multiple layers of foliage on it. You can use the good camo on this tank to good effect. You can use the good gun handling as well. The good view range. You know, it's a very versatile map for tanks like the Progetto and just mobile mediums in general. So when you see this map, you're like, yeah, baby, it's gonna go well. Or at least I hope it go well anyway, you know, it depends on what your team does, obviously. So we're just going to take up this trusty position here. And with that first bit that you saw me go to, that is actually a little bit too low down on the ridgeline. Now, that is probably actually a good place to go when you get these spawns, actually, because they spawn way further away from the town than you do. So that position that was lower down where I was just a second ago is actually quite a good place to be for this bit, because you can really spot them out and get nice shots into them as they cross over into it. But when you get the normal spawns, don't ever go that low, because that low there is no real cover for you to fall back behind. They all spawn over that way anyway, so there's a lot of stuff that gets over there before you can even spot it. And yeah, you tend to get slapped up a little bit, which is not good. So we're trying to look for shots on this mouse chin, and hopefully it'll cross into my domain at some point. We get slapped by something from down there. So we'll kind of just pull back beyond the ridgeline a little bit more and wait to get unspotted. Now we're unspotted, we're going to poke forward again, and we're going to aim for shots onto this IS-3. Now he's trapped behind that cover. We try to just get the shell in to retrack, but unfortunately we missed, but we get the final shell into the mouse chin. Now I am playing with a terrible reload at the minute, just because I am I just keep dumping the clip. But while these guys are sort of crossing into the town, these are shots that I'm not going to get again. So that's why currently I'm using the worst reload I could possibly get on the Progetto, because at the end of the day, these guys are going to get into the town. They're going to get into cover, and I'm not going to get another chance to shoot them. So what's the point of reloading the full clip if I'm not going to get to shoot them again, right? But frustratingly, we keep getting more chances to get shots, because this ML2 now pops up. So I'm just waiting for that second shell to get in, and it's like, okay, then let's pop a shot in. He unfortunately gets unspotted, but Turkey just pokes forward to spot him up again, and now he's lit. It's like, okay, let's see if I can get a nice shot into him. But unfortunately, he's just below the lip of this ridge, so I can't actually see his hull. I can see his turret, which is obviously the worst thing you can try to shoot on the mill, because the turret is godlike on these Swedish heavy tanks. But we noticed the IS-3, the IS-3, what is that? I don't know. Yeah, the IS-3 pokes out the town, so we actually get a nice shot into him and finish him off. And now Turkey's like, oh, I'm going to go spot things. And he's going to go do his light tank shenanigans, which is what we want. I'm wary of that Emil that's sat over there, so we're just going to keep trying to poke shots at him. Unfortunately enough for me, I actually have a nice shot into the side of his turret. Try and pop the second one in, and unfortunately we miss. So we're just going to wait for the reload again. Turkey's doing his job of spotting up the ridgeline over there, so we're going to see if we can feed him any assistance. Now, I'll pop a shot at the VK101P, because I imagine he's actually going to get below the ridgeline. Again, it's all about where you want to risk taking a shot, right? Again, that's the flexibility of the auto-reloader, though, because if I was an auto-loader, I wouldn't be able to take that shot, because I'd still be reloading my clip, even though I just dumped it, you know? So, that's the good thing about it. But you've got to assess where you think you might be able to get damage, and where you might not be able to get damage. So like that VK101P again, while I could have waited for that final shell to go in, or that second to last shell to go in, I figured he's going to get back beyond the ridgeline again, so I'm not actually going to get another shot at him, so I'll fire anyway, just to get the damage. So we shut down that Scorpion G. We made a big mistake by doing that. Someone's pinging Turkey, telling him he's not doing his light tank job. We'll see at the end what he gets, and he's heading off again to spot the things that are camping in the corner, because we know there's stuff over there because it's been shooting at us, and fortunately enough he spots it, and there's an IS. So we're looking for shots at this IS. He doesn't pull back enough, and it's like, right, okay, you know what, we're going to go to the place that we're looking for it. Basically, we're going to go to this ridgeline over here. When you're trying to break these spawns camp on Fisherman's Bay, this ridgeline to my left is a very good place to go, because you can get behind it, you can stay covered from the guys in their cap that are camping, you can stay covered from the guys that will be camping in the bushes directly in front of you, and you can actually get down and stay covered from the guys on the right as well, which means if you take this position you can get a really good place to spot the whole area. And if you've got guys like down the J line, like where my heavy tanks are, they have shots across that whole line, which is good. And obviously from this position here, you see I've got shots straight down the 1-2 line as well. So I get shots down into that corner. So if they get spotted up, like Turkey's doing, I can get shots at them. So here we're waiting for the final shell to go in. It's like, can I finish off this VK? Because he's been a pain in the backside. Yep, we finish him off. There's still 3 heavy tanks, a TD and an artillery left. The artillery's concerning me a little bit, because I'm thinking, he's probably going to poop on me, and I don't want that. I mean, we're still healthy. But now there's a dragon in that corner. It's like, okay, what I want to do is get over to here. That dragon's going to be dead because my teammates are shooting at him, and I want to try and find anyone else. But he's killed someone, and no one else has actually come over. So it's like, right, well, okay, then let's dump the clip into him. 1, 2, and he gets finished off. Now we're reloading the second shell again, and I'm kind of hoping not to bump into anything at this point, so I can get that shell in. I'm sort of hoping not to get shotgunned by artillery. And we're pushing forward here to try and get into view range of the guys over in the corner. But this Pantera appears, dumps his clip into me, which is obviously unhelpful, but I'm going to kill him with my next shell. In fact, I don't. But then there's artillery, it's like, oh crap! Dead. One of those moments where you sort of shut down that guy and you're like, all right, and then you spot up your death as you go around the corner, and you're like, oh, god damn it. You know, everyone's had those moments. It's fact of life in this game. artillery will always find a way. But fortunately enough, the team shuts down the last enemies alive anyway, and we get a nice win. Turkey coming top, me second. I end up that game with 4 kills, 5k damage, bit of assistance, ace tanker, high caliber, sniper, and another great game for the Progetto 46, which is an absolutely fabulous tank. And it's one I absolutely love playing. As you see there, Turkey came top with his survival, 4k assistance in a HWK 12, which, yeah, it's typical Turkey, innit? Let's be honest. 1900 base for me as well, 4 kills, 5.1k damage, 1300 assistance. And it's a great tank. I do love it. It's still one of my favourite tanks to play. I really do enjoy this tank. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
A great success!